Hello and welcome to your cybersecurity training video. Let's jump into potential issues that we could face. Let's begin with the difference between a threat and a vulnerability. A threat is a potential issue that is currently trying to attack or infiltrate in order to attack. Meanwhile, a vulnerability is a weakness of our system that allows the threat to get into the system. If we get rid of most of our vulnerabilities, our system is much safer and much less likely to be attacked. Typical threats that we could encounter are called threat actors. The first example of them is Advanced Persistent Threats, or APTs. These are a newer type of threat actors, and not a lot is known, but they are known for accessing a network without being noticed for a long period of time. This allows them to perform various attacks with very little effort. One such example is a phishing email, which selectively targets high-level individuals like senior executives or technology leaders. Another example is a large volume spear phishing campaign. In both cases, many people are targeted and a lot of data is at risk. Another potential threat actor is cyber terrorism. Though this is a broad term, they are a very serious threat. Typically, these type of attacks are done with intentions of causing chaos and creating problems for all that are targeted in general. An example of a cyber terrorism attack is by accessing a food manufacturing system and altering the level of vitamins and nutrients in the food to make it poisonous. This is dangerous for us because feeding our patients and ourselves could become a risk. Another example that we should consider very personally is if our patient data has been altered. If it has been altered, we could potentially give someone an allergic reaction due to the wrong medication, or a lethal dose of another. Another example of a threat actor we should be aware of is script kiddies. These are usually people with very little hacking knowledge, but they use methods that are already known and are effective. Potential attacks they could do are distributed denial of service. This type of attack uses older software to attack a network or website and could steal data or plant malware. Another example is a fake website or rerouting attack. This makes internet users go to a different and unsafe area that looks very similar, and when they try to access anything, they could download a virus or malware. Another example of a threat is a hacktivist. These people are usually doing attacks for political or social reasons. Some are viewed as heroes, others as villains. Regardless of how people view them, they are still a potential threat. One possible attack they could commit is a network takeover or takedown. In this type of attack, hacktivists take over a network and either hijack it and display what they want, or they could force the network to completely shut down. Another possible attack that they could commit is a dropping the box attack. In this type of attack, they search for data and identify information, and then publish that data as they see fit, whether it be private data, banking data, or even falsified data they change to suit their needs. Cybercriminals are another group that could commit various attacks on our systems. This group is nearly all-encompassing and can accomplish a lot or very little depending on the members of the group. These individuals are usually hired to accomplish a specific task, like stealing user data or shutting down a network. An example of attack they could do is a denial of service attack. This attack uses the bandwidth of the victim's network or various other means to disrupt regular services. Another example of a possible attack is spoofing, act of getting a computer or network to pretend to have the identity of another. This is used so they can take data from a company very, very easily. Now, finally, we've come to one of our biggest threats, insider threats. This could be anyone who is or has worked here, or even patients, even people who are just visiting. These individuals are difficult to identify, and they have the easiest access to information. Oftentimes, this information is lost by accident. A perfect example of an attack by one of these individuals is people who are fired, choosing to take revenge on a company. They have access to some of the files still because passwords and various other issues have not been taken care of. They choose to alter or delete said files, and this can cause monetary loss, and in our cases, it could cause death. Another example is someone connecting an unsecured device to the network. This device is used to access the network from outside. This can be done on purpose or by accident, just connecting your phone to the wrong Wi-Fi. This result could be anything from a total network loss or files altered to change medication amounts. This could kill people if we're not careful. This is why we need to always have a guest Wi-Fi and a work Wi-Fi. Keep them separated and only for specified uses. Thank you for joining me today in this training session. Hopefully everyone has taken away something useful. Please have a lovely day, and let's keep saving lives.